Congratulations, first win of the season. How does it feel? Like a monkey off the back?
Yeah, it does. I'll be honest. It didn't feel week after week that it was such a big thing, but of course it's this group of players are really good to work with when we do get back together on Tuesday mornings to review the games. The reset from either a defeat or a draw has been really quick and really positive, and I love that about the girls. But it's going to feel different this Tuesday because I think confidence levels will be so much better. And yeah, of course we've won the game late on today, but I felt we created a lot in the second half. We had a lot of good opportunities, good chances, lots of box entries, and I think that's what we've been lacking this season. We've just fell short in that final kind of moment. So yeah, really pleased for the players and for everyone connected, because we know we've still got a lot of work to do. We know we've not moved off the bottom, but I think it draws in a few of the other clubs and just gives us that confidence now and something to really reflect on and use as energy to move forward.
And getting the 2 goals at the end. I mean, this season especially, I think it's felt like sucker punches at the end for y'all where you've lost the points or you haven't gotten it. So to have that reverse, I mean, the mentality to come through and still get that after this really long season.
Definitely, yeah.
Please you.
Definitely, yeah. The most pleasing thing is after scoring the first goal is we don't take a step back. Obviously some of the players did, but Mia didn't. You know, we wanted to put pressure on the ball, we wanted to step forward, and that's being brave rather than surrendering, and we get brilliant goal from Mia from it. So I felt today probably in the 91st and 30 seconds was a real good chance for Alice at the back post, and you look at that and think that could be our moment. But football, you can score a goal within seconds, and you know, we get another good opportunity, free kick, we keep the ball live. Mia does really well getting across the near post, so it's just great for everyone to feel that today, because we've been through a lot, you know, on and off the pitch. It's been really, really tough, and it's just really nice to be able to come together as a group today. And they're an upbeat group, they really are, but today just feels like really nice, and there'd be a lot of relief.
And the new signings too. I mean, from a pressing standpoint, Nisa Sullivan looked like the one that was orchestrating a lot, but your new forward, I mean, she gave Spurs a really difficult time, especially in the first 25 minutes. How do you assess her game?
Yeah, they both did well. I mean, I think, you know, it's difficult, although Denise had a brief spell for Brighton in the WSL years ago. She's very much been playing the American way of a lot of height, a lot of running, a lot of transition. And Aurelie's played obviously in Germany, but she's a threat. She connects well with the team. Obviously we have now a little bit more of a focal point than probably what we had before with Mia and Beata, but I think the exciting thing about Aurelie is she can play across the front three. Martha is, you know, we had to have this game today. It was a real killer because Martha is a really good number 9 to have, and I think she's going to do really well for us. And probably talking more around now options at the top end of the pitch. You know, even today, losing Martha, Anna Josendal not quite ready. We only really had Mia from the front really to bring on, and she did super well. But as weeks go by, hopefully Beata comes back, Anna Josendal is ready. Obviously Martha will be in there as well, and it just gives us lots of options for selection and obviously during games as well to make changes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Gareth, in terms of Mia, it's obviously been a difficult season for her as well, but you must be absolutely thrilled that to get the 2 goals.
Yeah, Mia's a great girl, she really is. I think that she's very young, she's been thrust into probably playing too soon, if we're being honest. I think certainly in my time of being here that she's having to learn on the job. She's played at a position as a number 9, which I know she doesn't like, and we know that her true position is probably on the right up front. I think that from there we're really going to see the best of her. But we just knew today with Aurelie obviously putting a lot of energy into the game that she'd be flagging at some point, and I thought Mia came on and executed like really well. Was a real danger to the opposition and pressed really well because we didn't want to give Tottenham any more time on the ball. So yeah, really pleased. Look, I thought Jennifer Falk made a great save at 0-0. I thought it was excellent. She's been top since she's come. You know, 3 clean sheets in that period, and yeah, I felt second half we had a lot of opportunity. Thought Cappy could have had a hat-trick, but great that she's arriving there. We're getting those box entries, and I thought Kerry was excellent second half. You know, the way she took on the full-back and made opportunities for us.
And you mentioned there, I mean, given the way things have gone this season, hitting the post 3 times for the girls to keep going in sort of 94th minute, 95th minute, I know you've never doubted their character, but it was evident again.
Yeah, of course, and football's always like that, isn't it? Sometimes it can kick you when you're down, sometimes it can reward you, sometimes you come away from it 0-0 thinking opportunity. Felt similar against London City, but I never felt that we created enough like we did today. That's against a good Tottenham team who are well coached by Martin, so yeah, really pleasing. Of course we've still got a lot of work to do, but that gives us real confidence going into this next period.
You mentioned Jennifer. I believe she's the first Liverpool goalkeeper ever to keep 3 clean sheets in the first 3 games.
Wow, really?
And I think you're restricted to one shot on target. That counts actually. So games.
Yeah. It's just, again, Jennifer's like Denise, like Gemma Bonner, like Fiske, very experienced, very calming, and she fits what we're trying to do really well. She's struck up good relationships with the team really quickly, and again that was probably my worry today going into the game, is the fact that how long has this team had time to gel with each other. We've not had long at all. Some of the players' clearances took a while to come through. That's always the way in January, and yeah, to see it come together today, and like you say, three clean sheets is something really to build on.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you.
Hi Gareth. How has Denise O'Sullivan made an impact on the squad, both on and off the pitch?
She's brought quality on the pitch. I think that she's a leader in a way which is really encouraging. She's very encouraging to players, particularly the young players. She leads by example. She's not a shouter and a baller. She's a quiet kind of motivator, and I think that off the pitch she's just great to work with. She really is. You can tell her exactly what you want from her, and she brings it. If she's not sure, she'll ask questions. So I think that's quite a tough game for her to go into today, because Tottenham try and overload the midfield, and they did it well at times. And we were at times a little bit half a yard off on our pressing, but we'll improve, and she will improve being with us as well. And I think she's a really good addition. I think that getting that amount of experience in the January window, it's that they're kind of few and far between, the likes of Falk, the likes of Denise. So we're really pleased to have them.
Gareth, the game plan today, do you think you actually surprised Tottenham in the way that you set up?
We knew that firstly, I think we knew what Tottenham were going to do. They're very good at how they try to build up in overloading the midfield areas. It looks very similar from their goal kicks to their actual build-up play, and they do it well. Gaupset's a top player. They were a little bit loose, but obviously when they broke through that, I thought that they were a bit wasteful in passes going astray, because they could have punished us a little bit more. They're a good team. Sometimes teams have the right to break your press. Felt in terms of the way we built, they're very aggressive, wanted to jump. We had to probably be a bit more direct than we would usually be, just because they were so aggressive that they can't cover all of the spaces. So if they really come to you this way, the spaces are beyond. And I think, having Orally there today, Alice, Kerry Holland, you've got powerful and quick players there who are really capable of hurting oppositions when they want to try and do that. Obviously, if you don't have that profile of player, it's really hard to play and beyond. And again, Jennifer is great at recognising when to play short and when to play long.
And lastly, of course, they're very good going forward, have been all season. You kept them to just one shot on target today. Must be very pleased defensively. It was an all-round good performance.
Yeah. When we get it right, that's the difference. We restricted Chelsea to one shot on target when we drew 1-1 in the league with them here. We weren't able to do it in the cup. So it's always fine margins as to you being really tough to beat and tough to score against, over sometimes a little bit easier, and we just need to improve that consistency, that's all.
Thank you.
Chris. Steve, did you have one at the back?
Yeah, you mentioned the transfer window. Are you still looking at bringing more players in?
I'd love to. I'd love to, I really would. There is one more I would like to do. The reality of it is probably more likely to be summer. But I think you just have to factor in. I was talking with Martin before the game, and they're going to lose players in the Asia Cup. The proposition you have to put to the club is you're asking for players who are going to be effectively there for 2 games. So the Asia Cup, we're going to lose Risa, and Fuka for Leicester home, Brighton away, big games. And it does leave us a little bit short, particularly in midfield. But I'm pushing my boss, but he's probably saying we've had a decent window here, which is true. But coaches are always pushing for more, always impatient, always want to speed up the process of where you want to get to. And I think we're all of the understanding that it's going to take us a few windows to get the team where we need to get it. Like I say, you just want to speed that up sometimes.
Everyone happy? I know I am. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
guys.